Okay, so I've been using Chat GPT for about 1 month now, and I thought I would share my experiences and what I did and how I used it in my workflow. So here's the list I made of 5 things that I used Chat GPT for, and I've been using it pretty much every day. So the first one is I used it as a translator. And 1 second, use this. Yeah, so my friend asked me to translate his YouTube videos to English, so I thought, why not use this chatbot for this task, and it did a darn good job. So here's how I did it. So what I would do is I would say something like this: you are a translator. You will translate Lithuanian to English. When I type a Lithuanian sentence, you will translate it to English and type the translation, I guess, as an answer. Is that understood? And I usually like to ask the bot if it understands the task that I'm giving it to get the confirmation. So yeah, it understands, and I'll do my best to translate any Lithuanian sentence you provide into English. So that's all I have to do as far as commands go, and now you can just type in whatever you want to translate, and keep in mind that you can use any language you want and any language combination, I guess. And so I type in some Lithuanian, and it will translate it. And also I was surprised on how good it was, is that I didn't use any like Lithuanian characters, and honestly it did understand pretty much everything, and even better than the Google Translator. So yeah, I even compared it, and yeah, in my opinion this one is better. One bug that I find with this technique that I'm using is that after some time it starts not to translate my text, but it starts like chatting with me in Lithuanian, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. So when that happens, I usually just start a new request, or like refresh the page to continue the work. So yeah, it's pretty good. The second use case is I used it to create a workout routine. So I used it as a personal trainer, and my sister asked me to create a workout program for her, and I thought I would use ChatGPT again for that. So here's how I did it. So basically I said, you're a personal trainer. Your job is to create the best workout routine possible. Is that understood? And sometimes it will give you this boilerplate response that I'm not a personal trainer, blah blah blah, but doesn't matter, it will still give you the advice that you need. So you can ignore that and just go ahead and ask it to create a workout program, I guess. So I need a, like, say, 3-day workout routine, targets on muscle groups. So This is the first step, and as it generates the routine, we can iterate it and make it better to fit our needs. So let's just wait for it to finish generating, or start generating, I should say. Finally, so yeah, that was unusually slow, and it even crashed 4 times. Like I needed to restart it. Lots of people is using the bot. So yeah, anyway, here's the program, and I guess this could work, but I mean, you can edit it and customize it as much as you want to fit your needs. So for example, like I'd like day 1 to target only biceps and I guess and chest. Day 2 shoulders and legs. Day 3 what's left, triceps and back. Also, I mean, you can add and like remove any workout that's listed here. So you can also add, add workout each day. So, and yeah, you just keep iterating it and improving it until it's good enough. So yeah, so basically that's the workflow that I did to create the program, and I ended up with this in the end. And yeah, so that's number 2. Number 3, so the third use case is title and description writer. So I have 2 YouTube channels, and I used Chat GPT to write titles and descriptions for it. And here's how I did it. So I already wrote down the commands on what I expect the bot to accomplish, and also before that I asked it to ignore all previous commands, so it gives us a clean slate, and we can give it another command. So let's create a title and a description for this video, and so I would say something like write a description for a YouTube video where I talk about using Chat GPT for a month, and let's see what it will give us. And of course, as with previous use cases, we can iterate it and improve it as we go along. So here's the answer it gave us, and it even gave us a title, and which I didn't ask, but anyway, so it's good enough. But let's try to compress it a little bit. So yeah, so let's make it that the title is under 50 characters, and compress the description to be like, I don't know, 250 characters. And also I'm gonna say that give me a few examples to choose from. So here's the results, and it's pretty good. I actually made a typo. I asked it to make the description under 50 characters, but it's fine. I like it anyway. So I think I like the third title the best, and the third description the best, so let's go with that. And I will probably keep the description, but I guess let's edit the title a little bit. So I like the third one, keep the description, but edit the and give it a few title alternatives. Okay, so I like the fourth one the best, my month with Chat GPT. So I will probably change to from the month to 30 days, I guess, because it sounds better. But either way, that's how I would use Chat GPT to create titles and descriptions. So that's number 3. Okay, so number 4 is programmer. So I've been using it as a sort of a co-pilot replacement, and believe it or not, ChatGPT can program and write scripts, and it does a pretty good job at it, to be honest. So let me show you how I would do it. So here I have an empty app.js document, and what I'm gonna do in this example is I'm gonna ask it to write a React.js function that returns us a timer that shows how much time is left until the new year, I guess. So it's a simple task, and let's see how it handles it. I mean, if you're not familiar with programming, it's fine. It's just a simple script that I'm gonna copy and paste and run it locally. So let's see how it happens. Okay, so already gave it like a semi command of write a React function. So let's get specific. So I'm gonna say write me a React function that returns a timer that gives us text of how much time is left until the new year. The text should be in this format: days, I guess, hours, minutes, and seconds. So I'm gonna press enter and let's go. Okay, so ChatGPT finally finished generating the answer and the script, so let's check it out. Sure, here's a React function that returns a timer displaying the time result, time left until the new year. I guess I'm not even gonna go through this code. I'm just gonna copy it, paste it, and see if it works. Let's go. So I'm gonna copy it, paste this, click Control Save, and let's see my local. Yep, it works. 33 days, 9 hours, 45 minutes, and 1 and 0 seconds. So, yep, it does work, and I guess we can even edit it to make it look better. So I can ask it to make the text large and in the middle of the screen. Also make the text a orange gradient. So let's see. It should give us a CSS file that we should copy and paste it in our project. Okay, and it's once again finished generating the answer. Let's check it out. So it gave us the updated JavaScript code with the updated function. So let's copy that and paste it here. And also it gave us a new CSS file, which I will copy as well and I guess I will create a new file here. And what's it called? 1 minute. Oh yeah, so it's called newyearcountdown.css. I'm gonna copy this name. I'm gonna create a new file called newyearcountdown.css. Oops. So here we have this file, and now I'm gonna copy the code, the CSS code that changes the way the text looks. So let's copy that and save it. So now when I go back to the project, it should show us a different style. Yes, as you can see, it works, but it doesn't work perfectly because I think I asked it to make the text a gradient, not the background. So I would have to tweak it if I wanted to change that. But yeah, so that's number 4, programming. And number 5, the last one, is life coach. And to be honest, I didn't know how to call this one, so it's basically just some tips on how to better ask questions to get better answers. So you can call it life coach, tips and tricks. I don't know. Life coach is probably a bad name, but oh well. Anyway, I'm sure you know that there's plenty of exploits for this chatbot already, and well, it's not as much as it was like a month ago, because it's being patched in real time by the OpenAI team. So this is not an exploit video, and basically this is just some stuff that I use to better optimize the answers that I get. So by no means this is the correct way to do it. This is just my way to do it. And here's what I usually do. So the first thing that I establish is that it needs to answer the questions as specifically and as correctly as possible, and also by the end of his answer it needs to end it with a question in context of my question. So if that makes sense, it makes the conversation between me and the bot much easier, because it follows up with a question. So let me show you how I do it. So here's the first I guess rule that I would establish before starting up the conversation. And the second rule that I would establish is that the answers that it gives out is structured not as paragraphs like it usually does, but in an organized bullet point list. So it's just a personal preference, but it's much easier for me to read out and I guess absorb information when it's laid out as a bullet point text. So here's how. And we have these 2 rules established, and it's already good enough for me, I guess, to start going into specific topics and questions. But there's so many different techniques on how to better structure the question and establish the rules for the bot. So these are 2, and I guess for the sake of this example, we can ask it a specific question and see how it performs. So let's say I need some, I don't know, investment advice, I guess. But by no means this is a investment advice video, so don't do it what it says. Like, I don't know, unless you're very brave. So I guess I would say so here's the answer, and the rules that I have established before are now in play. So as you can see, the answer is structured in bullet points, in 4 bullet points, and also the answer has ended with a question so that it's easier for me to follow up and roll with the conversation. So that's it. These were my experiences and some of my use cases that I did while using Chat GPT for 1 month every day. And keep in mind that this is a new technology and things change quite quickly in this space. Even as I was recording this video, I've noticed an announcement saying that OpenAI will implement a Chat GPT Plus subscription. So it's I think it's a $20 a month subscription, and yeah, basically things change very quickly, and depending on when you watch this video, things could be very different, and who knows, maybe it won't be free to use anymore. So I hope this video was helpful in any way. Subscribe, like, and good luck.